Hello, everybody. It's CJ Miller. I'm overlooking downtown Shreveport. We're across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. Please do come check us out. I'm going to make this little video just to talk about some dinner, so hang on. So I'll tell you, it doesn't look very extravagant, and it's not very extravagant, and it's not very expensive either. Um, these are strips that I cut of a Romanian tenderloin. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's also called a skirt steak. Uh, Typically, I think of it as a skirt steak until it's cooked, and then when it's cooked, it's a Romanian tenderloin. Okay, so the secret on this cut is very flavorful. Uh, um, what you want to do is marinate it as long as possible. And if, for instance, like today, mine was not marinated, uh, but you do want to slow cook it as much as possible, and then it does become tender, and you can almost just kind of break it apart with a fork, uh, literally, and it's kind of yeah, it's not a very expensive. Like it's better to use a knife. I've got a knife here for when I'm eating it after the meal. um, this particular this particular bit, I had a little bit of some barbecue sauce right in the fridge, just a bottle of barbecue sauce. And what I did with it was I took it and put it in a skillet, nonstick, and I let it go with the barbecue sauce and a little bit of I have a kitchen bouquet that I had in the fridge. That's one of my favorite ingredients to use for things like this. Any kind of barbecue or brown meats or something like that. And instead of using like a liquid smoke or browning sauce or something like that, kitchen bouquet is my favorite of all those because it's really just condensed aromatics, so it's a powerful flavor. Uh, and water, enough to just kind of cover the uh, bits of Romanian, and then dehydrated onion, garlic powder, little black pepper. Um, this is truly a creation that it's kind of like, okay, it's a little bit of everything. It's got the penne pasta, which is Italian, and it's got the Romanian tenderloin, which is, cheaper cuts of beef, but very powerful and flavorful. I like to think of it as how the chicken thigh and the chicken leg are the cheaper cuts from the chicken, uh, but they're also a lot richer in flavor. It's a tenderloin, uh, Romanian tenderloin, kind of compares to that. And it's a skirt steak, but Romanian tenderloin. So anyway, you want to do this. This was not marinated, but I put those ingredients into the pot with it. Meanwhile, I put the pasta in a back burner in just a touch of the kitchen bouquet within the water that I was slow cooking in the penne pasta in. I didn't let it get to a rolling boil. I let it go to a heated water. Let it sit in the heated water, and I let it go kind of slow. What I wanted to do, as much as possible, is kind of let the water absorb into the pasta from a slower cooking rather than a large boil, because I knew that I wanted it to retain the firmness, because at the end I was going to put it into the skillet with the Romanian tenderloin. But anyway, yeah. But the Romanian tenderloin went on for about an hour and a half in the skillet. So that's how I got to this kind of kind of cut with the fork, heavy-handed with the fork. But let's taste it. Yes. The cheese, I just wanted to throw in some. I had it, and it's like, hey, let's just really go for it. This is a good feta cheese. You can use any sort of white crumbly cheese that would work for this. But you see, this is like the sauce is coming through the pasta. like it's well done. Yes, the steak is well done, but also the pasta itself um, still retains some firmness. You don't want a mushy pasta, but you want the sauce to cling. This is, like I said, these flavors together in different consistencies you can make a tomato based type of sauce. This is, I don't know. I really don't know if I would call this tomato based sauce, but you sort of could. But it's not. If you wanted more of a tomato paste in there, it would work. But I don't know that I don't know that I think I kind of wanted this aromatic stuff. So let's see. Um, mm, I'm telling you, it's good. I'm about to eat this whole thing while I sit here and talk to you. Um, this is good. I think I'm gonna. I've done similar things, but yeah. Okay. Hmm. After you start eating it on the plate, it kind of looks a little bit like, oh my God, food does not look luscious once you start eating it, but it loses its presentation. But the creaminess of the cheese, this feta cheese, with the pasta, and then these flavors all work well. You have some Greek flavor, some Italian influence with the pasta. You have um, just the browning sauces, I guess, with the touch of just a little bit of the barbecue sauce and everything. It's probably closest to a southwestern, and then the Romanian tenderloin. Mm, it's a good anywhere that they have. Not every place eats beef, but in any place that eats beef, it's a really good place. It's a good Mexican, Spanish kind of influence, a kind of almost a Latin-y kind of influence. Anything from the world over, anything kind of like through the um, wide waste of the world. The belt. Uh, between Central America, circling the globe, anything around those regions and stuff like that, you will find these types of cuts of beef, and even in uh, uh, Europe and bits of Africa and stuff like that. So, um, mm, 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 mm. Something like this without the pasta could be sliced and served with, folded tortilla or something like that. This is truly got influences from many different types of cuisine. Basically, it's just because I was putting stuff together in the kitchen. You know what I mean? I was looking through my cupboards, taking stock of getting ready for the holiday in a couple of weeks, and just checking out what I have, what I'll need to buy, that kind of stuff. Uh, I love to. I love to cook and entertain for people. I don't get a chance to do it as often as I want to. For one thing, it's not cheap, but also, people just have a lot of different schedules, and it's hard to get everybody their schedules together. So I like if I get a chance to do something like a holiday meal or something, that's really kind of special. But yeah, and I don't know. I think it's one thing to make stuff and take it to like a covered dish kind of thing or something like that. But I don't know. There's also something else about just the intimacy of a gathering at home. Yeah. So anyway, um, this is a really delicious meal. I didn't, like I said, it's there's no particular recipe. The Romanian tenderloins cut into chunks as much as you have, or as little as you have, or whatever. Put in a nonstick skillet, medium heat, a good barbecue sauce. Uh, to taste, and then temper it with or balance it with your favorite browning sauce. Mine was Kitchen Bouquet. I love that. I always have some around. Uh, Lots of garlic, lots of onion products, chives, you have anything like that into the skillet with the meat, and uh, and then enough water to help form a broth and stuff. And this will cook down as it cooks down. It will a lot of oils and stuff like that will come out, and it will cling into the sauce also. But there are no thickening agents in this sauce, because what I was going to do once it got nearly done, and then I had the pasta ready, I drained the pasta, but I did not rinse it, and I put the penne pasta into the pot with the rest of the skirt steak and kind of like tossed it around, and I let it go there for enough to get this good clinginess going on, because you want your sauce to cling to your pastas and stuff like that. So yeah, pane's good for that. Um, Once it got to that, it's like I knew I could take it out and put it on this wonderful plate that's kind of got raised. It's like a slash between. It's almost a serving platter kind of thing, but it's got a raised edge, so it is great for containing things that might be a little saucy. You know what I mean? So I love it. It presents well for something like this, and I don't know. That's it. I think I'm just like talking in circles. This one thing is I don't eat a lot of pasta, and when I do, it's like wow. This will probably be the last time I have pasta. This and then the leftovers from tomorrow and stuff like that. Probably the last time I have pasta until Thanksgiving. I'll probably do like a cheesy pasta dish then. Mhm. Meanwhile, I love you guys. Peace. Good night. Love and light.